Welcome to Coaching for Creatives with Kirsten. My name is Kirsti Call. I'm a therapist-trained life coach and a children's book author. Together, we'll get the drama out of our lives and onto the page. Let's get started. You are listening to Episode 13, Waiting. Waiting is hard, and somehow we have to do it all the time. We wait in lines at the grocery store and the pharmacy. When we're children, we wait for school to start. When we're older, we wait for summer to start. And don't forget about spring break and birthdays and holidays. These days, I'm waiting for kids to come home from college. Also waiting for kids to go to college. As writers, we wait for critiques from critique partners. We're always waiting for an editor to read our books. Then we're waiting for book contracts. And we're waiting for edits from our agent or editors. Once we've signed a picture book contract, we wait for 2 years before the book sees the light of day. There's a gestation period for anything that's really important. Books, babies, and everything in between. Pregnancy is one of the most trying times for me in terms of waiting. My first kid was 2 weeks late. Waiting for him to come felt like absolute torture. But the most torturous waiting time for me when I was pregnant was my third baby. I was on bed rest for basically the entire 9 months. I felt useless and lazy and blobby. I wanted to get up and do things. I had a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old, and they also wanted me to get up and do things. We actually moved from Chicago to Lancaster, Pennsylvania when I was about 8 weeks pregnant. And there was just so much to do. Again, I like doing things. I always have. So one day, a woman from my congregation at church called to invite me to an activity. It was just a few days after we had moved into our house. I remember telling her that I couldn't go because I was on bed rest. I will never forget her response. "I'm coming to clean your house every Friday until your baby is born." At the time, I was like, oh my goodness, she doesn't know how pregnant I am and how that's going to be like 7 months of cleaning my house. But she just showed up, armed with cleaning supplies and 3 friends every Friday for that entire 7 months until my daughter Sydney was born. I looked forward to Fridays. I waited for Fridays. And those 4 women became some of my very best friends. They reminded me I wasn't lazy. I was growing a baby. My most important job was getting this baby here safely. I felt lazy, but my body was growing something and someone beautiful. And also, because I was on bed rest, I was able to make some beautiful friendships. In addition to this beautiful person who is now 17 and a half and well worth lying around and doing nothing for. Except I wasn't doing nothing. Again, I was gestating. And that's what waiting is, a gestation period. Next time you feel lazy, just remind yourself, I'm gestating. But seriously, what happens to us as we wait? What happens to our thoughts when we're waiting? Sometimes we slip into self-doubt. The book isn't any good. The editor probably won't like it. The book won't ever come out. I'll never find an agent or an editor. Or when I'm pregnant, I think this baby is never coming out. Even though it's totally irrational because it's, of course, impossible for a baby to never be born. It's just a feeling I have whenever I'm pregnant and waiting for the baby to be born. These thoughts of things never happening are the result of a mismanaged mind, and they're also indulgent thoughts. What are some things we can think while we're waiting that are less indulgent? Things that are helpful? Perhaps we can think waiting is part of the process, or the journey is a beautiful part of the destination, or waiting gives me time to think, process, and create other books, works of art, or ideas. Waiting is something that happens every day in every aspect of our lives. Basically, if there's anything we really want in life, we're waiting for it. What can we do to make waiting less torture and more anticipation? Here are 3 things to do while you're waiting. Number 1, be curious. Stop whining to yourself or complaining and pay attention to where you are right now. Ask yourself questions. Why is waiting so hard for me? What will change when the book deal happens, or the baby comes, or the long-awaited birthday? Number 2, pay attention to where you are right now. I'm saying that again. What is your body telling you? What is your mind telling you? The inability to wait is inextricably connected to our desires. What is it that you desire? Do you want a book deal so you feel legitimate? Do you want the baby to be born so you don't have to feel physical pain? You're only going to trade that pain for the pain of no sleep, after all. Is waiting hard because you feel like everything will be so much better once you're a real author or once you're a real parent, etc.? Or once you have your college degree, people will listen to you or respect you more. Are your expectations realistic? Will there be a letdown when the waiting is over? Will you be surprised by the book or the baby? Will you want to throw the baby out with the bathwater? I don't know. Number 3, meditate. Be still. Revel in silence. Once the book comes out, there's marketing to be done and interviews and book signings. Once the baby is born, there is no more peace, ever. Appreciate the moments of quiet. Allow yourself to leave space for wanting and also enjoying the waiting. There is joy available to you in all areas of life and all parts of your journey. It's about embracing the joy that's already there. Life is a series of ups and downs, quiet gestation times and chaotic birthing times, and all the moments connecting the two. So, don't allow the waiting to keep you from enjoying your journey right now. Enjoy the wait. Breathe into the moments of quiet. Perhaps even make waiting your goal. What would happen if what you want, what you really want, is to pause, to reflect, and to wait? Lean into your in-between times, your down times, your moments of stillness. Your inner critic will thank you for the rest. And before you know it, the wait will be over. Until next time, keep smiling. If you like what you've heard, check out my Get Yourself Unstuck program. Go to KirstenCall.com. That's KirstineCall.com and schedule a free consultation today. Coaching for Creatives is produced by Kirsti Call. Music and audio engineering by James Call.